Ah. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yo, what's good, Double Diamond? Blank, appreciate you. You can't hear nothing? Are y'all serious right now? Ain't no way. Y'all finna have me double check. I got. I'm even hearing my own echo, so I know y'all gotta be hearing something. Let me see what the sound output is looking like on this thing. I'm getting signal. How Blank said it's smooth if Double Diamond says you can't hear nothing? Double Diamond, your volume must be off. Have me double check everything. That's why I hear my echo. Duh. I'm glad you got sound. It's not too loud, is it? Or too soft? Life is what you make it. Kurt Cobain mentioned, what is living past 25? If those are song lyrics, I don't recognize it. But if you're legitimately asking, what is living past 25? I lived past 25. Believe it or not, I'm actually 40 years old. You want to talk about tone? I'm using, let me show you. Thank you so much for the compliments. If you want to talk about tone, I'm using this multi-effects pedal right here. Can I shine light on it? If I had a flashlight. Let me take, nope, that ain't gonna work. Let me just turn on my overhead light. Forgot I was wearing headphones. Uno momento. That ruined the entire vibe of the stream. I'm turning that back off after I explain this. But what's up, Nick Cage? Appreciate you for joining the live again. I'm using this multi-effects rig. This is called a Line 6 Pod Go. It's really called a Pod Go, but it's made by Line 6. And it just has a bunch of presets. So right now I got a Line 6 amp. The main things that you're hearing for the tone is probably the chorus sound. Like if I take chorus out, this is what it sounds like. But once I add that chorus back in, so a chorus is kind of like a modulation pedal. It modulates time, the timing of the instrument, so that it sounds all vibey. People consider like chorus the vibe. So if we were going for like one of those things, then the chorus would be the vibe. There's also other plugins that do that, like flangers and phasers and all of that. But I ain't talking about that right now. But I'm gonna turn the light back off because if we was, y'all didn't see that. If we was talking vibe, then the light being off was the vibe of my room. So, but yeah, I appreciate all of you all for joining the live. Yeah, there is a reverb on here. reverb and compression and EQ and all of those things. So if this was completely dry, how about that? I'll just turn everything off and just all you hear is the sound of the amp. That's it, right? But then I added compression on the front end. So I added a little boost, added a little punch. And it also evens out all the sounds, right? After that, it has not the EQ, not that. It has a distortion pedal, which was turned off. Everybody knows what distortion does. But I'm not using the distortion because I like clean tones. The chorus hits after the amp. Then it goes into a reverb after the chorus. Then I have another EQ at the end. And that's pretty much the entire setup. Technically, this angle right here is mainly supposed to be for you to see my hands, but you can kind of see the pedal underneath it. But it's not really, it don't look, it's not made for that. So, but yeah. Anyway, though, I'm back to reading a couple of these comments because I feel like I've been missing them. Ace, I appreciate you for the comment saying my playing is beautiful. And there is a way that I'm 40. I appreciate the fact that you think the Pod Go is smooth or neat. Ohio, if you still in here, what up though? And yeah, reverb, chorus, all of that was built in. Ooh. This is a Fender guitar. Gotta love Fender. Got to. It says Fender Telecaster on it, but this is not a Telecaster. This is a Telemaster because this is a Jazz Master body, Jazz Master shape, but it has a Telecaster bridge, pickups, headstock, neck. Everything about it is Telecaster except the body itself. So it's called a Telemaster. I named her Rosie. She's my pride and joy. Hardest solo. I always feel like when people ask to hear the hardest thing that I could play, that's subjective. There's some things that I found challenging that most people would think is easy. There's some things that I find easy that some people would think is challenging. I don't really learn other people's solos. I probably should learn other people's solos, but most times I make up my own solos based off of any jam track that I'm playing to. You want to hear one of the hardest solos that I could play. I would really say what I was just playing, Isn't She Lovely, as a chord melody was extremely hard to play. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to keep the melody at the top while playing the chords underneath it. But yeah, yeah, yeah. That is, I would consider that challenging. Like, not a lot of guitarists can do that. A lot of guitarists can play single note stuff all the time, throw on some distortion, and everybody thinks it's cool, but they're really not doing nothing. They're just playing from the pentatonic. That distortion is hurting my ears. But yeah, uh, that don't make a solo hard. That just makes it have a little bit of texture. You know what I'm saying? And people just be moving their fingers around all these shapes, but that doesn't make it hard. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to hear something cool, I mean, just keep listening. I'm probably gonna play something that impresses you, but if you get bored with it, maybe you're not my right audience. No harm, no foul. I feel like what I'm playing is dope though. Even the stuff that I've made is dope. Like, I was just showing my fiance this. I made this up not too long ago. That's another thing that's challenging because I'm not just playing chords. Oh. I'm not just playing chords, I'm playing a melody. Oop, here's the melody. But the chords are underneath it too. Oh, I messed that up. I can adjust the volume of my guitar compared to the volume of my voice. That's nothing. I just feel like the volume of my voice should be naturally louder. If that made it better. Al Green. I think I did Let's Stay Together. Is that Al Green? I forgot over a second. Loving you forever. Times are good or bad, whether be a sad. Trying to throw up gang signs to play that chord. Like, look at this chord, y'all. Like, I'm literally stretching my fingers. Oh, that is a pain. But yeah. Reading the comments still. Reading the comments still. I don't know why the screen just changed. Reading the comments. Omar, appreciate you for tapping into the live. Yes, this is a Fender guitar. This is a Fender. It says Telemaster right there. If you see it at the top. Telecaster. Struggle trying to get this in. Fender Telecaster. But this is not a Telecaster. It obviously has a Jazzmaster body. So this is a Telemaster. I got some great gospel chops. I do love gospel. I already showed the multi-effects pedal. So you could go back in the live. I don't know if y'all know that you can go back on a live, but you can go back probably about, how long have I been live? It says I've been live for 18 minutes. Yeah, if you probably go back maybe 10 minutes, you'll see me turn on the light and actually point out what all of this entire signal chain is doing and everything. So yeah, check it out. Offset Telecaster. Nah, it's really a Telemaster. But yeah, I play gospel all the time. Every Sunday. Deliver me. Where we at? One of my favorite chord progressions. Hit that 1 major to that 4 minor. Beautiful. Especially when it goes 4 major, then 4 minor. Just like that chord progression did. This heater is starting to burn my leg. I'm backing that up a little bit more. Ooh. I had to learn a gospel song. Joyful, Joyful. I wish I still remembered it. Anyway, though, yeah, I like gospel. I love gospel. Gospel is really what moved me to become a full time musician, if that makes sense. I used to sing in the choir at church. My mom was the lead. She was the choir director of the children's choir. So all the kids grew up singing in the choir underneath my mama's leadership. And all of the kids, because it was a kids choir, grew out of it. Me being her son, she forced me to stay in the kids choir until I was like 14, 15. Everybody else got out at like 10. And I'm a tall kid compared to the rest of the kids, singing in a deep voice just to help out my mama. But it kind of made me dislike singing a little bit. But then as soon as I decided to step back from the choir and I started listening to the musicians, I was like, yeah, whatever they're doing, I want a piece of that action. It changed my entire perspective of music and my direction when it came to ministry. So, but yeah. Who is your hero at the guitar? Omar asked, who is my hero at the guitar? So when it comes to playing guitar and listening to people, I have a lot of people that I like to listen to. Nicholas Meyer is great. Flo Jelly, Melanie Faye, Casper Jalili. Um, uh, who else? Jubu Smith, Jarvis Mosey, J-Mo. All of these folks, like, they really get it. And I be listening to them from time to time, and I'm just sitting here like, wow, they sound phenomenal. Uh, the list can go on and on. Ruben Wan, Sam Blakelock, the Donut Doctor, uh, Cloud. What is the Cloud's man's name? Ooh, if only I remembered it. But like, there's a lot of people. I actually met Melanie Faye. So I do a lot of street performing. Y'all have probably have or have not seen a live jam session of me. I be on the streets performing all the time. And I was street performing at the Atlanta Beltline. This is downtown Atlanta. They have a strip, a 22-mile strip that's just like a loop, a walking trail where you see art, you see vendors, you see the major markets of Atlanta, like Pont City Market or Piedmont Park or Old Fourth Ward. A whole bunch of bars, a whole bunch of things are along this belt line. And I was just out there street performing, and I was playing what's that song? Girl, put your records on. I was playing that only because I got a request. Somebody wanted to sing it as I played it, and I was playing it, and Melanie Faye just came up. The whole crowd dispersed as they were clapping when we were leaving, and in the disperse, it looked like this Red Sea was parting, and I was just staring like, ain't no way you're right here in front of me. I was like, can you play my guitar? She played my guitar, blessed me. One of the best days, because I felt validated, if that makes sense. I felt like a professional guitarist saw me and said, I sound great. So I said, at that point, I'm doing something. The mashup between this and the Lazy song would be extremely easy. I just did it by accident when I did that. Today I swear I'm not doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. 'Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything. Anyway, though, back to the things, back to the chat. 251 Jam. Look like somebody know the number system. That's the 2. That's the 1. I'm gonna do this to bring us back to the 2. Oh, major, my bad. That's what I was thinking. Where'd I go with that? That's supposed to be a turtle round, but it sounds like I took it there. So I don't always need to use that diminished. I could just use this dominant. Yep. 251. Funky style. I appreciate your analytics over my guitar playing, if that makes sense. I'm unsure about what that is though, and I don't want to butcher it. Qrang bin. Hopefully y'all are putting me on to something. I'm typing it up right now. KHURANGH. That's a musical trio from Texas. Put me on game. American trio, Houston. The band consists of Laura Lee, Mark Spear. My fiance playing games. She must be going to sleep or something. Or she just wants to mess with me. I'm going to have to listen to them when I'm not on the live. I'm going to save this tab, though. That way it stays open. But yes. Can you ask if I know Buckethead? I don't even know what Buckethead is. Is that a song or a group? I should probably be more knowledgeable of the stuff that people ask me. Buckethead is a performer who wears a bucket on his head. He kind of looked like Slash and the Jabberwockies mixed together. I gotta listen to them. Guns N' Roses, Cornbugs, Deli Creeps, Material. Looks like rock. 55 years old. Brian Patrick Carroll, or Carell, known professionally as Buckethead, is an American guitarist, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist. Yeah, I'm interested. Progressive metal. Yeah, I'm not too familiar, but I guess I can look into them. There is a bug, an ant on my charger. I missed it. Oh well though. Anyway though, back to the chat. What am I missing? Melanie Faye is goated. J-Mo all day. Anybody on D'Angelo Records, especially Jubu. Yeah. Can you do her version of All of My All? I don't really know that. My All. Is that a Melanie Faye version of My All? Who is her? Oh, My All. Is that her? Oh, nah, Mariah Carey. I've seen the video, but I'm not too knowledgeable of how she does it, if that makes sense. Are you sure you wish to exit? No, I don't want to exit. But yeah, back to it. The diminished definition on the slide. What? Manser Brown does not ring a bell. I don't do well with knowing names and knowing people, although I did list a whole lot of people. As soon as I typed in his name, he looked familiar, maybe. Or he just looks like somebody I might have seen before. He's from London. Nah, but I'm adding all of these suggestions to my tabs. That way I can look at them when the live is over, though. Thank you, though. Thank you, though. Crap. That's just a minor. D. No. That's not a D, that's an A. How do I play that? Can I? Ew. That's funny. That's pretty. G. I really feel bad because all of these song requests that y'all are saying, I am not too knowledgeable of. Like I don't spend my time learning songs just for the. I've gotten to the point where now I do not spend my time learning songs just for the fun of learning them. I usually play songs either upon request if I am out street performing, or I play whatever songs I might need for a gig. So I'm not too knowledgeable of Polyphia because people don't just ask me to play Polyphia unless I'm on a live stream and they're like, play some Polyphia. And then I listen to Polyphia and I'm like, I'm not gonna just learn that for the fun of learning that because these folks are really just out here and it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. But it's just a challenge that I'm not willing to accept until money's on the line. That's me being real. And the people who hire me, that'd be one of the simplest stuff for me to play. Like I'd be sitting here playing two chords the entire song. You know what I'm saying? Drop a pick. I probably should get out of that habit though and actually start learning more songs, but I'm content with where I am at the moment. I got a lot more growing to do in the future, but even Eric Clapton, like that's a well-known guitarist, and everybody mentions him all the time to me. But I don't just know Clapton's music. I don't just really know John Mayer's music. Like these aren't people that I grew up playing. When I grew up playing, I just learned all my favorite songs, and then I played Guitar Hero, and then I put the guitar down, and then I picked it back up when I got to college. And by that time, I was learning all of my favorite songs or songs for gigs at that point. So stuff that inspired me to play. So occasionally, I used to use a looper, but I kind of just like going off to backing tracks nowadays. This multi effects pedal does have a looper built in, but I don't really know how to set that up. Like I know how to set it up, but it's when I'm on the presets, it's easier to do it off the presets. When I try to add a looper, I have to build my entire thing from scratch. You know what I'm saying? So, is that nope? I'm gonna press save though. One moment. That ain't it either. Home. Nope. You. Nope. You. No. Is it one of these buttons? It is one of these buttons. Just gonna like I added a looper to this, but it ain't much. This is so dry. I need to add everything else to it too. Whatever. But if I was looping, where's the record button? No. I don't feel like that was good timing. Oh, fail. I would really slow that down if I was actually looping to that. But I used to really practice with a looper all the time. I don't know if this is recording or not. Two, three, four. Yes, I'm glad it was recording. Probably should have recorded the chords first, but whatever. Two, ready, and. Nope. I'm starting with the chords. Am I recording? I wasn't. Undo. Stop. Undo. Undo. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm gonna do it twice. One, 5, 2, 3. Crap. Yeah. I would have to build my tone though with this though. Like as you see, I only got a couple lights on. I only got compressor. And I don't even know what this is. Wow. I didn't even know I could assign the amp to the pedal or to one of the foot switches, but I did way back in the past when I was using this before, but now when I use this, I'm primarily only using it for presets. Now I gotta get back to how did I get to my sound? There we go. Let's go to 3B. Guess why not? I think I'm gonna go to 3A. Ooh. What is it? It's hard to do this for. Flashing lights. I don't really like the sound of the pick often when I'm playing guitar. And I definitely feel like it's louder because you can hear it in the microphone. Even if I had the guitar muted, you hear that all day long, so. You still hear the notes, but this percussive element is kind of just like adding to that texture that I'm just not a fan of here. Have I ever seen Jacob Lee? I don't just be looking up stuff that say demons on it. I ain't gonna lie to you. SP, I appreciate the conversation and the questions. But hold on, I'm looking up Jacob Lee first, and then I'm gonna get to you, SP. Jacob Lee. If Jacob Lee is a rock musician, and I'm assuming with the song that says Demons, he plays rock. I don't really listen to too much rock in Espanol. He's Spanish. Jacob Lee Christian Blows, who performs as Jacob Lee, is an Australian pop singer. I didn't expect Australian. From the Gold Coast of Queensland. Guitar. He uses guitar primarily. I see that. He's only 29 years old. Shout out to him. But yeah, I'll look it up. Video of him on the rooftop. I'm changing that in my tab right now. Jacob Lee rooftop demons video. Cool. Saved. I'm gonna listen to it when I get off the live for sure. I got you. And thank you, MJQE, for the subscription. Much love for the subscription. Much love for the likes. Much love for the comments and the conversation. It's often boring getting on these lives when I'm just here talking to myself. But SP asked me what college did I go to and do I play other instruments. So my very first instrument was actually guitar and piano. I picked up the piano and the guitar at a very young age. Picked up the guitar and the piano at a very young age, and I was playing that because my brother, he wanted to be a musician all his life. He knew he wanted to be a rock star growing up. So my mom signed him up for guitar lessons and piano lessons. Anything he learned, I learned, because my mom was not paying for two people to take lessons. So essentially, she got the 2-for-1 special. He took lessons and he taught me. So I learned a lot about like exercises, especially when it came to piano. Like I know that's vocal, but piano does. Then they go up. Then they go up. Or they do one like. Let me turn off the delay. It's easier to do that on piano and stuff, but I like transcribing those things to guitar. So I learned a lot of like exercises and like finger movement and dexterity things on piano when I first started in guitar, but I was primarily still playing my favorite songs. So we was in here jamming out to songs like that, singing and playing as kids. Even Adele. Rolling in the Deep. We were sitting here just playing power chords and just like having fun. But I did learn like a lot of rock when I first started. Like one Metallica, one by Metallica, and things of that nature. When I first started, I was just anything that I heard on the radio, I would try to learn it. That was my inspiration when I first started. But by the time I got into fifth grade and sixth grade and seventh grade, I kind of put this instrument down and picked up the trombone. I was in the band. I played all low brass, trombone, baritone, tuba. That was my thing. But high school rolls around, I decided to stick with only trombone. I did pick up the tuba every now and again, but mainly trombone. Then I got a full scholarship to attend Tennessee State University and play trombone in the marching band. I decided to study music business when I was there, only to get fooled into hearing that it wasn't even a music business degree and it's still a music performance degree. So I had to pick a primary instrument. And my primary instrument was guitar. I didn't want to study trombone any further. I played trombone all my life. I said, why would I want to do more trombone? I'm already getting paid to come here and play trombone. I'd rather use the money that they're paying me to do anything else. So I studied guitar. I took piano lessons too while I was there. This was my first time ever taking piano or guitar lessons. I even took vocal lessons. I considered taking harp lessons because they had harp, but I just couldn't make it fit in my schedule. Same thing with bass. I couldn't make bass fit in my schedule, but I still got a bass and I still fiddled around on the bass. And I didn't fiddle around on the harp. Harp is whatever. But one of the requirements from that major, though, or multiple requirements for that major, of course, all the theory classes, all the music classes, but it was required for us to be a part of a band. So the coordinator over the coordinator who was over commercial music, which was the name of the degree, over the music performance degree, he split up all the music majors, or all of the people who were in that major, and wrote down all their instruments, and then would make 5 to 6 different bands out of the amount of majors that we had. So there would be full gig bands in it would be required for us to be a part of a gig band. Every semester we'd probably be in a different one or the same one depending on the availability of our schedule and things of that nature. But it would have vocal, the full rhythm section, guitar, bass, keys, drums, and it would have horns because some horn players decided to study music as well. Or music performance as well. So after being in those bands, I told myself I definitely wanted to study all aspects of like the band world, not wind band, not marching band, not concert band, but like gig band, like rhythm section. I wanted to learn more about what it takes to be a rhythm section keys player, what it takes to be a rhythm section guitar player, what it is to play the bass, even drums. I bought an electronic drum set. I bought a bass guitar, although guitar is still my primary. I have a keyboard. You can't see it. Or can you? Nope. I have a keyboard right there where that other guitar is too. But I also wanted to study horns. And horns that are primarily used in those bands are trombone, trumpet, saxophone. Primarily trumpet and saxophone. Sometimes flute. So I told myself I was going to actually study the trumpet and actually get solid at playing like trumpet. But ooh, that was a hassle. I got a saxophone. My fiance's mom gave me it. Future mother-in-law gave me that saxophone. And I played like 7 scales. I was really getting into it. And then I put it down because it wasn't paying me to play it. And I'm already, like, the way my schedule is, I'm focused on doing what I need to do when I need to do it, if that makes sense. But I'll probably pick up all of the other instruments that I fancy, that I love to play eventually. Like when I don't have a day job, because I do have a day job. I teach 150 guitarists a day. I teach high school guitar, and my classes vary in size, but roughly they range from 30 to 50, and I have 3 classes, 30 to 50 students, 3 classes. So 150 guitars every day. So with that being said, when I can make time, I'll probably pick up all these other instruments and just have fun playing these instruments. Because actually, one of the inspirations that I did not mention earlier, one of my favorite inspirations, and this may not just be guitar, but like music and artists and how he portrays himself. French Kiwi Juice, FKJ, top tier, hands down my favorite. Like I was listening to FKJ prior to him blowing up, and I was looking at him play like Kasoi in Tokyo in Red Bull Studio. If y'all don't know who FKJ is, look him up after the live or whenever you decide to leave the live. You don't have to stay the whole time. But FKJ in Red Bull Studio, and he's playing and live looping and all of these things, and it just blew my mind how he did it. And I was like, whatever he's doing, I'm trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Oh, I'm playing that descending line wrong. It's not really right or wrong because I made this up, but what I was imagining was, but when you're doing a legato, it's easy to not play the right notes. It's easy to default to certain chord shapes instead of actually playing melody shapes. When you're playing staccato, staccato is easy to play like melodies. But when you're playing like chords and melodies and playing legato, slightly more challenging. My fingers ain't even on the screen no more. So y'all don't even. Ah. blank. You asked me if I use a slide. I had one at a point in time. I don't know what happened to it. It just collected dust and sat in the corner. And I used to keep it in my guitar bag, but it was a waste of space in my guitar bag. I think because I wasn't naturally good at it, I put it down. I saw it more as a novelty than an actual useful tool of guitar. But some people be making that slide sing. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but and you would think because I play trombone, I would probably want to play slide guitar, but it ain't the same. It is not. Appreciate you, SP. You as well. That was the first thing that my dad made me do. You hated playing Hawaiian guitar. Slide. I am glad. I'm glad my parents did not force me to go a certain direction in music because I have a lot of students who just hate this. Like they hate music. They don't really hate it. They just hate that their parents are forcing a certain direction of music on them. Like they're the type of people who are like, I didn't even want to take lessons. Why do I have to take lessons? Why didn't you sign me up for this? I'd rather be at home. And then like years down the line, they're gonna be like, yeah, I used to take guitar lessons. I used to like it, but I grew out of it. So I'm kind of grateful that my parents didn't force it upon me, and I kind of gained my own passion and my own desire to want to do it. So play that. Ooh. That's real. Um, One thing that I can say, you were fortunate to have your mom and dad who were both guitar teachers. I was fortunate to not have my mom or dad force me to go a certain direction when it came to music, but um, there's always a positive twist on both of it. So like Michael Jackson, I'm pretty sure he didn't have a great relations with his dad. None of the Jacksons, I'm pretty sure, because their parents forced that music stuff on them. They had to practice day in and day out, all night long, all day long, and it paid off. They were performing, they got known. So mm. When he wanted to teach me, I didn't want to listen. When I wanted to learn, he didn't want to teach anymore. I have that problem teaching high school. I told you I teach high school. A lot of times my students don't want to learn when I'm trying to teach them. And then we have a concert coming up, and for concerts they get all these benefits like food and getting let out of class or things of that nature. We might travel or anything. And by the time the concert rolls around, like a week before the concert, they're like, "Mr. Dooley, can you teach me? Can you teach me these songs? Come on, help me out." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, I taught this like 3 weeks ago, every day for the past 2 weeks. Like, I'm not trying to reteach this. So this year, my goal, I'm trying to use all of my tech savviness to like pre-record all of my lessons. Um, and if anybody wants to learn, I'll teach them via video. I'll teach in person, of course. I'll give them the video lesson. That way they could always reference it. And if they need further help, they can come up to me afterwards. But if they haven't even tried to use the video or tried to even learn it on their own and they just want me to spoon feed it to them, I'm not going to be able to spoon feed this year. I'm tired of it. So I definitely hear you when you say you didn't want to listen when that time came around and he didn't want to teach when that time came around. That's a thing. So that's one of my favorite licks. So the gig that we were rehearsing for is actually now today because it's after midnight. Thursday, August 1st, we were performing at Apache Cafe in Atlanta, Georgia. I was hoping to go live during it, but I'm going to break the news for you all. Unfortunately, I am sick, so I might not be able to perform tomorrow. It's one of them 2020 sicknesses. So I'm not even able to go to work tomorrow. I'm not able to do anything. I am going to take another test in the AM when I wake up, but it's not looking good for me. I might not be able to do that gig, but that gig was fun. We were playing Superstar or Supermodel or Bad. Bad. That's the name of it. I have a tendency to play things fast whenever I'm just jamming it to it by myself. And by the time I really get into the groove, I'm like, that's too fast. That's loud. Come on. Oh, singing and playing is a challenge. Ready to be bad. Get at me bad, girl. Say yeah. Get at me bad, girl. Ooh, sexy lady. I'm ready to be bad. Get at me bad, girl. Say bad. Get at me bad, girl. I appreciate you for the get well soon message. I'm not that bad. I'm not going through it. 2020, it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got the vaccine, double vaxxed with a booster. So I think that may have limited the actual effects of me. Like, I feel body pains. I got the sniffles. Sometimes I got a sore throat. But I just been taking medicine and I feel fine. I've been trying not to do that all in the microphone. Sorry if that was nasty. Or blow my nose or nothing. But best believe when this live is over, I'm finna be going through it. I have not heard of Idlewild before, so it is going to be searched up right now. Idlewild. Historic boarding house site. Pittsburgh. And it says Georgia. Idlewild Spring Campground. And I see a church. Okay, let's say I may have looked it up and I don't know what it is because I see a lot of different things. Could you tell me what Idlewild is? What do I feel like playing? We're going back to... Idlewild, Michigan had some of the greatest artists ever play there. Okay, it goes back to my Idlewild tab. Michigan. It's a town. So the town of Idlewild, Michigan. Looks like the smallest town I've ever seen. I've never been to Michigan. I'm trying to make it a goal to hit all 50 states. But I have not been to Michigan. My brother lives in Minnesota. Not like that's like right next to each other. But you know, the Midwest is the Midwest. Is that what they call it? Midwest? I'm from the South, though. I would say the closest I've been to Michigan is Illinois. I've been to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But that could be a goal of mine. I could try to hit Michigan. I appreciate you for putting that on the map. But I am from the South. Atlanta. That's where I'm from. What do you mean by Chicago ain't no joke? You mean like the music scene is good or it's dangerous or like what's the not joke that we not joking about? You know what I'm saying? Because I got family in Chicago. Uh, and they compared Chicago to Atlanta and I don't think it's comparable if you ask me. I agree that it ain't no joke. One moment, y'all. Okay, I am back. I tried to see how far I can go without actually blowing my nose on this live stream, but I didn't want y'all to actually see me blow my nose, and I hope I don't got no boogers. Whatever. Ooh, that was a yawn. Anyway, though, it's going on 1 o'clock. I think I'm gonna play my warm down or my warm up as a warm down and call it a day. I made up these exercises that I'm going to teach my students. But now I'm trying to get it. I want to show y'all what I'm doing. Let y'all look at the movement. Oh, I don't know how I skipped the whole phrase. Ooh, at any rate though, I need to do that to a metronome, and then I'm gonna call it a day. So the metronome that I use is tonal energy. Y'all will be able to hear the metronome when it clicks. I'm gonna make sure that it's not too loud though. Where is my metronome? What is this currently at? 80. And I don't hear nothing out this metronome. That's crazy. Sound device, output, yup, that's the input channel. Why don't I got no sound in? Is it me? Am I the problem? Closes it, reopens it. Oh yeah, that's the reason why I do that before I start playing and when I stop playing. Oh. Minor. Nope. 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 That's the reason why I do that as a warm up before I start playing and before when I stop playing, because it really just it makes me think about the guitar and the movement of my hands as I was doing all of those things. And I like for that to stay on my brain before I finish. You know, our brains still continue to work even as we're resting. So I also stretch at the end of my practices. Hit some exercises and try to stretch. Or at least I try to. Even if I don't do it every time, I actually try to implement it. But it's been swell. It's been 90 plus minutes. So I think I'm finna hit the hay. Because if I am not sick in the morning, according to the tests, I am going to go to work. But yeah, with that being said, much love to everybody who has joined the live. If you liked what you hear, watch it again. I have a lot of playlists about live streams, so check out my other playlists. Hit my channel, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the playlist about my live jam sessions if you want to hear me play with the band, or if you just want to hear me do something like this where I'm sitting in front of a camera and all I'm doing is just playing my guitar. If you want to see more of this, then I got more of those. So join them, watch them, hit them. If you want to contact me and you just want to talk about guitar, follow me on any social media platform at Paul Neal Music. Obviously, subscribe here. And if you want to reach out to me, email because you want to take lessons or you want to talk about guitar or you want to just support me, I got a Patreon down below, or you can just email me at contact@paulnealmusic.com. Contact, CONTACT, at Paul Neal Music, which is the name of the channel, .com. PaulNealmusic.com. Peace out. Much love. Peace, love, chicken grease, all that jazz.